Want to talk about infectious spirits. Um, Even this cigarette right here, to some, that could be an infectious spirit to them. They might want a cigarette. For some reason, I'm a nervous person, and cigarette seems to make me not so nervous when I'm speaking. And I know people will be watching this, so it's like I still feel that kind of weirdness. But anyway, contagious spirits. Okay. The other day, I was speaking on this movie Apocalypto, that this guy comes through their village, these what's the word, displaced people, and they're all sketched out looking, and the dude's like, you're infected by the fear. uh that spirit is contagious. When someone is really sketched out, freaked out, traumatized, they have this kind of shell shock weirdness that if you look at it too hard, you can absorb their spirit. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be walking around feeling all sketched out and weirded out and freaked out yourself, and you won't realize that you inherited it. It was like it's like contagious. It's like a cold. In a way, some people's heart is stronger than others, so fear doesn't have as big of an effect on them. Some people are evil. When they see your fear, they feed into it and then exploit it. Other people push it to the side, or it bounces right off them. It actually encourages them to take courage. So it depends on the person. Some people are more infectious than others. Other people are not so infectious at all, and some people have the freaking antidote. You know what I'm saying? Depending on which of these type people you most chill around, you'll inherit some of their courage, some of their uh, the energy they put forth, man. It's contagious, man. I mean, literally, it really is. So I want to talk about this spirit here, okay? The spirit of commiseration. It's like, see, you won't even be feeling bad or feel like talking about anyone. Then this person starts talking about someone, and they start talking about this person, and then they ask you, and they trick you into, now you're yeah 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 yeah, and now fucking they're gone, and you're still going yeah 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 yeah, just fucking can't snap the frick out of it. And this has happened to me recently. You know what I'm saying? Because so hard for everyone to get along. When you're with one people, they'll be mad at these people and venting about it, and then you get with the other people, they'll be mad venting about this person and the other, and you're caught in the middle. And the more you hang around with the venters, before you know it, now you're venting. Now you know everything. Now you are up on the gossip. Now you are participating in the ritual. And see, people don't know these rituals aren't, they're not real rituals, but the demons, in other words, it's giving them legal rights and doorways in, because it's unforgiveness, bitterness, animosity, anger, resentment, fears, uh, traumas, pains, misery. You know what I'm saying? It's trying to draw you in. It's trying to lull you in. So, okay, if you're having relationships problems, okay, and you go hang out with people who are having relationship problems, let's say their relationship is even fucking worse, and you're not in a good position, it's like, man, don't be putting that gunk on me right now. Which you should say, and be like, I ain't got time for this gunk. I got enough gunk of my own to clean. But instead, you go and you try to mend this other relationship. Like, let's say a boyfriend's running around, getting high, got other chicks on the side. Then you go hang out with the woman who's at home, who's just miserable and stuck with the kids, and you inherit that pain and that spirit, and now you start to project it on your relationship. See, there's the danger of spreading your freaking self out too thin. You know what I'm saying? Trying to think you can solve everyone's problems, and then look, now you failed at your own, because you allowed this energy into your spirit from someone else, and now you put it on your situation, and now you're taking out that trauma that was stoked by going out and meddling and busybodying in a way. I mean, I know people have a good heart when they go in and they try to give some encouragement and some advice. You can think that you're going in to do that, but really it's just a demon playing possum. Like, I realized I seen this territorial spirit, and it was a giant, but he was like this. He was like, he was all sad. And at first I thought the demon really was just sad and it was a big trick, but I didn't realize, no, what it is it tries to cry and look sad so you have sympathy for it, and then your guard's down, and then the real spirit comes in. He's just it's like guerrilla warfare. He's the guy that draws all the fire, and then you get there and he's not putting up a fight, so then you put your guard down, and then from the back, the Jezzy comes in, the Jezebel, and the Python and Leviathan. In Apollyon Python. I mean, these things work in concert, and it literally they do. It's a strategy. It's a team strategy, and it's very freaking clever how that works. And once again, the person in misery, that's that freaking giant. That's like this. He's got his head down. Because I said, Spirit, reveal yourself to the sky. That day in my sleep, I had a dream about a giant, and like I said, he was like this. He was all sad, and he was like a big, sad giant. But see, I got tricked by this guy. I thought that was actually his true demeanor, when really it's kind of like on the Book of Eli, when there's this girl and she's got a bunch of cans in a fucking in a grocery cart, and it's knocked over, and she's like, "Come help me, I'll give you some water." And then when the dude goes up to see her, a bunch of guys come out of the shadows and want to steal whatever you got by presenting an opportunity to be a hero, damsel in distress. They lure you in. You think you're doing a good job, and they have a reward as well. But look, you get there, the cans are empty, the girl's in on it, and you know what I'm saying? Fucking there you are, you're in the trap now. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You didn't help their situation at all, and you inherited the curse in a way, because yeah, it's like a charged object, man, in a way. That residual energy, if you absorb it in at the wrong time, and it gets past everything and it infects you, like the fear in Apocalypto affected those displaced people, and then infected the people that they came into contact with. You know what I'm saying? That's just one way these things can work. You know, you hang around with impatient, angry people, they're going to try your patience to the point where you might seem impatient and angry, but it's just really, they've been vamping your energy so hard that you don't realize it, that you're there, and you inherited it, and it really ain't even coming from you. It's just coming from what you allowed to come in, what you absorbed, what you saw and you heard and you felt and you empathized with. Or even sometimes, listen, you can totally go shut off, I'm not listening to this. Or you can pretend like you're listening, I'm not listening to this. It still seeks in, because even though you're going and you're ignoring it, your subconscious is documenting it all. And it'll come back freaking out. And you'll think it's your own freaking thoughts, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to kind of point out how environmental causes that they slowly wear at your they wear away at your guards, man, in a way. And they it's just in a way, it's a roundabout way. We're gonna keep lulling you and drawing you in, and slowly drawing you in until you've absorbed enough that now you're vulnerable. You know, it's like, in a way, you get the spiritual lethargy, because you're just so fucking tired of dealing with I mean, in a way, these people who think they can solve all the world's problems, they take so much on themselves that they will run away over here to help someone, but there's people close to them that they have no power to help at all. And I mean, I can understand that. That's kind of like having a complex. You know what I'm saying? Of I don't have no control here, so I'm gonna go and try to over inject myself over here in the name of good. But in the end, all you do is inherit the curses of the for one, you know what I'm saying? It's like the do it all yourself kind of mindset. Like you're the savior. You know what I'm saying? So once again, it opens a door for a God complex type of a mindset. But you still got to do good deeds for people. You know what I'm saying as well. But you can't do it everywhere, and nor should you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a crack problem, it's a bad idea for you to just get off the stuff and then go and try to help everyone else with theirs when you're not even strong in your own uh recovery yet. You know what I'm saying? All that's gonna do is just it's gonna reinvigorate the demons that are there that haven't been fed. It's like the vampire. Like the vampire's been in the ground for 1,000 years, and someone cuts their finger, and a drop of blood falls on with the grave, and then the vampire is reinvigorated and brought back to life. So now he can come in for a suck, and this is how those things work, man. I mean, because it's like by once again, by looking into someone else's problem and you got unresolved problems, you're giving your own vampires blood, and it's in a way. So when now you're wondering why you're running around in the spirit of rebellion, you know what I'm saying, rebelliousness, and just like, look, what's the word, contentions, you know what I'm saying, and it's partially, you know what I'm saying, it's mostly your own fault, man, for thinking, for trying, it's just like me thinking that I understood what the spirit was doing, the giant, when he was just a diversion. Though they did reveal themselves, they sent out their PR guy that's come all looking like this, and then, you know what I'm saying, it's that's really freaking crazy stuff. But I mean, that is how it works too. I noticed once their tricks don't work anymore, the people that they are possessing don't want nothing to do with you anymore, man. It's like, look, I can't. It's not working. So therefore, the only way they can retaliate is by saying, "Oh, I don't want to never see you again," or "get out of my life forever." Because it's like, it's the same thing as saying, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself to get revenge on everyone who don't like you. You'll miss me now." It's that same kind of a. That's the thing. There's a spirit of wrath, retaliation, revenge. They love to let you revel in the pain and the torture. That isn't a godly, really position to be in. It's a very tactical. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but it's for self motives. You can try to say, oh, it's God, this and that, but look, are you just not making God a God of your own imaginations? You know what I'm saying? When it's like there's bigger fish to fry than just this petty stuff that you're dwelling on. And if you were truly in God's under His understanding, you'd be judging with a little more mercy and being less outwardly judgmental without really taking a full inward judgment. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? You shouldn't go one way or the other. You got to go both. If you're going to judge others, you got to be very inwardly judging as well, and make sure that you're not a hypocrite. Because if you're telling this person they're doing this and this and that, but you be doing this and that as well, but now you're trying to be like, look, you have to take all responsibility for it. Therefore, excusing their half. And I mean, that's the thing. Be careful if someone always has an excuse, no matter what the fuck you say. That's a person who can't never be wrong. You know what I'm saying? And therefore, pride linger at the door. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and if a person is if everything's like a test and a trap and a gaslight, that's not coming from that's coming from a very provoking, planning, plotting, strategic place once as well. It's more like Sun Tzu strategies. They're not righteous strategies. They're just strategies that you're gonna win. because it's pride that you're really defending. It's not the truth or righteousness.